Hello, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with P Mo, and this is P Mo. Hello, 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 hello. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. It's Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. It's weekend. It's weekend. How do you spend your weekend, guys? How do you spend your Friday nights? What do you do? What do you do? Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Conversations with Pimo and welcome to my 40 life lessons. How do you spend your weekend, guys? What do you do? What do you do? Where do you go? I don't know. They say Christians are very boring. Well, I don't want to believe it, but one part of me also wants to believe it because it's looking like it. Imagine I put up a post yesterday and I said people should share with me, you know, uh, another way you can say to a lady, "Will you marry me?" And I'm just hearing funny, funny things. Somebody is saying, "Will you be my co-founder?" I'm like, "Are you? What? I don't understand. Co-found what? What are we founding together?" Permit me to use that English, you know. And I was really waiting to hear a lot of what. It's like plenty of people are just falling my hands. I'm not just even hearing. I'm not reading. Rather, so much, and I'm like, okay, what's happening here? What happened to all the brothers? Some people are saying that my future, you are my future, I see you my future, will you walk my future with me? I have a long journey. I'm like, God, guys, please help me here. Are there no poetic people? Are there no poetic brothers, creative brothers who can come up with some lines that will just, okay, anyway, I wish you all the best. We will pass the dating stage and the courtship stage after almost 18 years of marriage. And if Azule was decides to propose, I hope he's not going to come and say, "Will you marry me?" Because he can't even say that one anymore. So, hi, 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 hi. How has it been? How's your week been? Tiring, stressful, demanding? Has it been with a lot of ups and downs, meetings here and there, traveling, however way it is? I hope you're looking forward to a peaceful and restful weekend. I really do hope so. I really do hope so. If not, please create time to rest, make out time to rest. So I got a few feedbacks with respect to the timing of this program. I'm really so sorry. I'm not a night crawler, as it were, but most times I have meetings, Zoom meetings till like that 9 after 9. So I honestly, for this particular one, bear with me. We'll have to do it for this 10 o'clock. I know it's not convenient. I've found out now that a lot of people don't joke with their sleep. And by that time, some of them are snoring already, some of them are in third heavens. So, however the case may be, just permit me for this particular series that we're doing. And thank God, like I always say, these videos are there. That's the power of technology. These videos are on YouTube. There are PMO secrets. If you're not following, it's a good time to follow me. There are loads of other videos, right there. It's also available on my Facebook wall, and I think it's going to be there for a while. And it's also available on BR group, Facebook group. So truly, if you can't make it for 10 p.m., it's fine. You can always log in when it's convenient. You can watch. If 8 p.m. is your own time, don't worry. Just watch the episode before the time that is convenient for you on that day. And thank you so much for your feedback. I truly appreciate it. I wish I could change the time, but for this season, honestly, 10 p.m. is just about the best time for me. And so, what do I have for you today? Let me dive right in. I began a journey yesterday. We stepped into the third season. Yippee, yesterday we came to half. We started the second half. And so we are on the third season, which is love and marriage. And so we are getting into that aspect, that um, conversation that a number of us would love to talk about. Most people love love. Most of the gist and the whole back and forth that goes on social media, if you check it well, it is always, most times, centered around love, around marriage. It's so amazing that the things we read on social media, it might seem like new, and I've heard comments like, what's this world turning into? What's happening? Trust me, guys, it is not about the world turning into it. This has always been, if not even worse. But because we found ourselves in the era of social media, it's become, something that it's now available for all to read, to know about, and so the knowledge, people know about it because there's the platform to make it known. Back in the days, there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram, no Twitter, no YouTube, and so these things go on. Trust me, they go on. And I also want to debunk something. Usually, because of social media and the power of social media, it has a way of propagating, it has a way of noising, something good or bad. It just has a way of just, making it blow up. So there's been that funny thing about there are no good marriages. People are just pretending. There's been that trend about all men cheat, forget it. If he has not cheated now, he's still going to cheat. There's also been that trend of, oh, godly men are so scarce, good men are so scarce, respectable men are so scarce. It's a lie. Love you too. I can't see your name, but I love you too. Thank you for joining in. And there's just been that all over. And it's funny because even the young ladies, the single ladies amongst us, are also beginning to think that maybe we pay that, maybe there are no good men. No. So let's manage the ones that we see, and then some guys too are thinking that, all these ladies now is about money. It's about the money you have, how much you can sort them out. Is and there's just been all of that. But I'm here to tell you it's not true. I call those things we see and read the vocal minority. It's not true. There are loads of people who are having great marriages. Trust me. There are loads of people who have come to embrace the truth about marriage. Are they perfect? No. There are no perfect marriages. But have they made their marriage work for them? Yes, to a large extent. So please, if there's any single person listening to me now and you're already at that verge of like, Pimo, just forget it. The ones we see will manage. No, you cannot be managing. That is to say that God has failed. If we say that all men cheat, there are no good marriages, there are no good examples. Of course, yes, even pastors, ministers have disappointed us. And so we feel like even in the church, forget it, the brothers in the church said there's no one that one can vouch for, you know. And so there's just been all of that going on. And I call it the vocal minority. Trust me, like Elijah said, he said, everyone has forsaken you. I'm the only one left. God said, no, you can't be the only. Then that means that I'm a liar. That means I'm not faithful. That means that I can't be trusted. That means that the world is at the God is at the mercy of the world. No, there would always be witnesses. He said to there 7,000 others who have not bowed to bow. So don't think you are the only one. And so, trust me, there are many others, good men, good women, awesome marriages. They might not come on social media to be talking, they might not post their pictures and all of that. Not like it's wrong to do that. Some people do that, some don't do it. But I tell you, there are a whole lot of people who are having great marriages, who are enjoying their marriages, they're not enduring it. And there are so many who have allowed God walk them through the process. So please, this is a service announcement to everyone, especially the singles. There's hope. There's hope. If you feel there's no hope, then please, yeah, indirectly telling God that he's irresponsible. You're indirectly telling God that he just brought you to this world for you to just be alone and suffer. When Adam came, even though Adam was the only human being, God sorted him out. God said it's not good for you to be alone. I will make you. And trust me, whoever that person is, the God is making your better half, your partner. He's making him or her. Trust me. And if you will remain faithful to God, if you commit your ways to God, if you trust God enough with your life, trust me, this aspect of your life will not pass you by. And that brings me to what I want to share today, my 22nd life lesson under the category of love and marriage. And that is the fact that you can only let someone love you to the extent to which you love yourself. Self love. Now, I don't mean self love in the selfish way. So, I don't mean self love in the fleshy way where we're just so vain and so carnal, about our looks, about certain things we must have. That's not the self love I'm talking about. I'm talking about self love that is rooted in the knowledge of who you are, self love that emanates from a fullness that comes from God. That's the self love I'm talking about, whereby you are so confident in who God has asked you, who God has said you are. Now, you cannot love yourself if God has not revealed you to you. Trust me, you can't love yourself if God has not shown you why you are here, who you are, what you are blessed with, and how much He loves you. It is when you are full to the brim with overflow of the love of God, then you can say you have the capacity to love somebody else. A lot of people, both men and women, are depleted when it comes to love. And it's unfortunate because we now carry that emptiness out there looking for love. Like the old song that we used to sing back then in university, looking for love in all the wrong places just to find. I can't remember the lyrics anymore, but I remember that line. We're just looking for love, looking for validation, looking for someone to tell us that I love you. You have to love yourself enough. And because you love yourself, you will value yourself. And because you value yourself, you would not settle for less. The reason why we settle for less, the reason why we manage and say, let's just be managing, there are no good men there, is because you don't consider yourself worthy enough for something good. The Bible says, he that finds a wife, does what? Finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. He that finds a wife finds a good thing. So when that woman knows I'm a good thing, and that man understands that he is a king created in the image and likeness of God, just as the woman. When two people like that meet and they understand their value. Now, when I say value, I'm also not talking about it coming from a place of pride, where you now look down on everybody. No, the love of God does not categorize. So I'm not talking about that. I say, I'm loving myself new. I cannot, that guy, did he finish secondary school? That guy, where is he working? I love myself. The kind of love I have for myself is only wealthy people that can approach me, that can handle. You know how we try to spiritualize the whole thing. Say it is only the people who have what it takes that can handle what I carry. We're hearing all your big grammar. Balance it. The love of God is balanced. I'm talking about that kind of love, not the love that is very prejudiced, not that love. I'm talking of the love that is pure, that is peaceable, that comes from a place of self-value, a place of self-appreciation. You're not perfect. You're not there yet. But you look at yourself through the eye of God and you tell yourself, oh, there's so much to love about me. And so Even when people disappoint us, it doesn't break us to the point of where we are totally broken. No. Yeah, people will hurt us. People will disappoint us. Relationships will break. But when you are intact on your self love, which comes from God, you'll be hurt, but you will pick yourself up. You might be emotionally down, but you will pick yourself up. That's what I'm saying. We've found a lot of women, they've been hurt by men, and so they've been emotionally damaged. And sometimes they allow that to define them. And so, even when the good guy or even when the right person is coming around them, they fail to see because of an experience, they've limited themselves. They've told themselves, I cannot be this. I don't deserve this. I mean, because this guy did not say love me because he dumped me, then that means that I am of no value. That means that I'm not good enough. No, why must he always be like that? It doesn't have to be that you are not good enough. What happened to, well, probably I'm not meant for him. Self-love will make you evaluate yourself where you are and be honest with yourself. So self-love is not deceiving yourself. Self-love is not also rubber stamping bad behavior and bad attitude. That's not self-love. Self-love is growing in your maturity. You're growing, you're growing in you're becoming more mature in who you are, in taking ownership of this life God has given to you, understanding why you are here, understanding who you can partner with, understanding that in marriage you are bringing something, he's bringing something. It's a partnership. It's not a master slave relationship. It's not a relationship of, oh, I can't live without you. You are my air. I can't breathe without you. Lori Iro. We will just be forming stuff. And then when these things happen and we're heartbroken, and then we just begin to say all manner of things. Self-love. Self-love. Matthew 12:31 says, you can, and the second is this. The first is what? Love the Lord with all your heart and with all your mind and with all your soul. That's the first commandment. He said the second, said there are only two commandments. He said the second, because he said the entire 10 commandments, the entire law is summed up in these two. The first is what? Love the Lord with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your soul. The second is what? Love your neighbor as yourself. There is no greater commandment than this. Love your neighbor, not as your neighbor wants you to love him or her, not as the world have described how you should love your neighbor. He says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So what you give to others is as much as you have. You can't give what you don't have. You can't. It's not possible. Same thing also. You can't demand from other people what you are not ready to give. It's amazing how some women demand some things from some guys. He must be this, he must be that, he must do this. Are you doing half of those things? Are you willing also to do half of those things? And they say he's the head of the home, he's the man, he's the. I understand, but you are equally a responsible person under God. So it's important that you give from the abundance of your heart to overflowing. To overflowing. Now, when I say that also, it doesn't also mean that you are you're a doormat. Because some people said it's because I have too much love. That's why he's taking me for granted. No. When you have so much love, you have self-value. No one will take you for granted. No one will make you a walkover or a pushover. No one will make you a doormat. You will value yourself. You will value who you are under God, because God is the one that gives you your identity. He gives you your identity. Once you have that identity from God, It settles it all. I know. This love series, I'm going to be exceeding 20. I don't want to exceed 20 minutes. I don't want to exceed 20 minutes. I'm going to stop right here today. I hope that you've learned something about self-love. You've learned that you cannot give what you don't have, even if you are half full. See, you have to have. Self-love is what made the wise virgins different from the foolish virgins. They loved themselves enough that they prepared for the future. They prepared ahead. They had extra oil. It's called love. They understood the times and the season. And because they loved themselves, when those ones came, said, "Gifts, we're sorry." That's what we're saying about balancing. So I won't say because I have so much love, I'm going to make myself a walkover, allow people to take advantage of me. No. Self-love means self-value, self-validation through the eyes of Christ, and allowing God define who you are to you. As a single person on this call, if you haven't come to that place, please, you have no business talking about marriage. If you haven't gotten to that place, that's why you see a lot of people looking for other people to fill them up. They can't fill you up. They cannot fill you up. Self-love will make you blossom in who you are without shame, without rebuke, without reproach, not hiding under someone's shadow, and then you cease to exist. No, that's not self-love. So once again, you can only let someone love you to the extent to which you love yourself. No matter what it is, if you don't see yourself beautiful, let people tell you are beautiful. It will, you can smile, "Oh, thank you." But deep down in you are thinking, "Am I that fine? Like, seriously?" Or it's just using mouth to just talk about it like that. No, you need to get to that point where you love yourself, where you understand yourself, you understand who you are. He said, to that extent, then you can let others love you. Thank you for joining me this evening. I'll see you tomorrow. We continue on our love and marriage season, and it gets better and better and better. Like I said, these videos are still there. They're on YouTube as Pimo Secrets. I have the audio on my Anchor FM as Pimo Secrets as well. Feel free, please share the video, share the audio if this has blessed you. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 p.m. God bless you and have a beautiful night, and give yourself some self-love, self-validation this weekend. Thank you and God bless you.